I often hear from people that I'm such a go-getter, motivated, disciplined, I have a good routine, I go get things that I want, and I make things happen. For some, it can look like I'm a superwoman. I wish I was from the outside, but the reality is that it's a sequence of learned habits that I learned myself throughout the years. We're not born learned, as they say in Italian. We learn things throughout our life. So if you have started something in the past but had to drop it for whatever reason, and you want to learn how to create a habit that will stick, you're at the right place. Because today we will be talking about 5 different things you can do to make your new habit stick. Hi, my name is Elena, and welcome to Fluent in Life, where we explore tools, techniques, and new behavior, how to learn a new behavior to make your life easier, better, and more enjoyable. And credit goes to the author of the book Atomic Habits. The thing is, most of the new habits we want to create are not pleasant, right? Or at least not in the beginning. It's a lot of work, or at least it feels like a lot of work. Our brains were designed to preserve the energy, not to expand it frivolously. That's one of the reasons why it feels like a big effort. So what you can do about this one is to either persevere for the first 5 minutes or 10, usually 5 is enough, throughout the uncomfortable, or make it easier to start. What I mean by that is going to the gym is an effort, again, and myself as well. I try to work out twice a week. Some days are better, some days are not. But one thing that motivates me to get up and go to the gym is I know that I will feel better after. Same goes to cold plunges if you're into that. You know that being in the cold water is not comfortable, but you love the feeling that you get after that. Same here. So you kind of like give a preview to your brain how well so how good you will feel after you do something, right? And your brain will help you get there, so you will have almost less resistance to go. 2, make it fun, make it appealing, make it something that you're looking forward to. Example with me is when I just started with the routine of going to the gym, I had this protein powder that I really liked. Right now, I don't even remember what it was. I think it may be chocolate, I'm not sure. And in the morning, when I would give my brain that preview of, oh, I'll feel so much better after the workout, I would also think, I knew that that was not enough, and I would also think, okay, and after the workout, I will also give myself that delicious protein shake. And that was something that would help me get out of bed and run down to the gym in my building instead of dragging myself to it, right? If it's about learning languages, find content that you like in your language of origin. Improv, food, coffee, tea, travel blogs, whatever you like watching in your daily life, and find something like that, similar topic, similar theme in your target language. So, for example, when I was learning Korean, I would watch K dramas, easy pick, right? Or when I would go to a Korean supermarket, I would read the labels and feel so happy that I can read the labels. So that was something that helped me to make it more attractive and more appealing. 3, and this is more of a reminder from the well-formed outcome technique in one of my previous videos, make it sensory. Okay, so again, if it's working out, what is the image? What is your why that you want to achieve? What kind of image do you have of yourself when you think of being fit and strong? So when you think of it, you already feel rewarded and satisfied that you're living, that you're getting closer to that desired outcome. 3, have a list of activities or small things you can do on a bad day? If you're sick, what are you going to eat? If it's about exercise and being healthy. If it's about learning a language, what is a 1 minute thing that you can do? Because what you do on your bad days matters more than what you do on your good days. Next one is remove obstacles. Look around your space where you spend most time in, whether it's your home, your living room, your working space, etc., and see what can be an obstacle for you. What can be something that will prevent you from creating this new habit? If we're speaking of a healthy diet, remove all of the junk food, all of the snacks that you know are not good for you. If your habit is to journal every day, keep it outside so it's more visible. Don't hide it somewhere where you're not going to be able to see it. Put it somewhere visible. If it's about learning languages, you can put some sticky notes around. If you're learning vocabulary for what's in the kitchen, you can literally put the sticky notes on objects with what they stand for in your target language. Like, this is how you say fridge, this is how you say bread, this is how you say milk, this is how you say fork, etc. You will constantly have these visual reminders that will help you remember that you're learning a new behavior and developing a new habit. And 5, give yourself permission to adapt your habits as you go, because we all go through different life seasons, life stages, etc. Right? So if, say, you were aiming for 5 workouts per week, but now you need to look after an ill relative or so, or you have a kid, etc., and something changes that disrupts your routine and affects your other areas of life, it means that you will have less time for something else. So be realistic about it and find a way to adapt this habit based on what your capacity is at that given moment. And I'm not talking about one day, but if something changed and you need to adapt the habit. For example, if you started working out and it was only 2 times a week, and now you signed up for, I don't know, Ironman, it means that 2 workouts per week are not enough anymore. So you need to adapt this habit so you can match the criteria, so you can match the requirements that are necessary for competing in Ironman. So to recap, when you want something, you also need to know what is something that can get in your way. That's why we needed this video, to help your habits stick. In the next video, we're going to cover 2 questions, powerful transformational questions that will help you find solutions for whatever problem it is that you have, whether it's about habits, personal life, work life, etc. See you next week. Bye.